Faulkner County Library, and welcome to a January online Where the Wild Books Are. Let's get started. Okay, let me set my bells down and we'll do our bread and butter hello. Rub your hands together and get them warmed up. It was very chilly this morning when I came to work. I bet it's still pretty chilly outside. Oh, that feels so good. Here we go. Clap along with me. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as softly as we can. Wow, wow. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as quickly as we can. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as slowly as we can. Ha ha ha, la 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 la, whoa 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 whoa. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as nicely as we can. Hello! I'm so happy to be here with you today. I am going to grab a little something and we'll get started with our story. One of my favorite winter stories is The Mitten by Jan Brett. But sometimes when you're little, that book can be a little long. So this is Miss Mary's storytime version of The Mitten. Now, a mitten is something we wear on our hands to keep them warm when it's cold. This one's kind of big for my hand. But mittens have a special compartment for your thumb and like a big compartment for all 4 of your fingers. This mitten is white. And one day, a little boy named Nicky went outside to play and he was wearing his brand new white mittens that his grandmother had made him. When he was running and he dropped his mitten on the ground and he didn't even notice. So now the mitten is on the ground. So we are going to sing this. We're going to go, the mitten's on the ground, the mitten's on the ground. Hi-ho, it's cold outside, the mitten's on the ground. Now somebody saw that mitten on the ground. I'm going to pick it up really quick so I can use it to tell the story. There was an animal that came along that was small and gray with a pink nose and 2 super tiny little eyes. Oh, they're so little. And he said, you know, if it's cold tunneling down there underneath the snow, this white mitten on the ground looks like it might be nice and warm. And so our mole burrowed in. And so to burrow, you might kind of go like that. Ooh, like you're digging. Maybe dig with your hands like that. And we're going to sing. The mole burrows in, the mole burrows in. Hi-ho, it's cold outside, the mole burrows in. Okay, well another animal saw the mole burrowing into this white mitten and thought, that is a really good idea. And guess who it was? Yes, that's right, a white rabbit. Rabbits like to what? Hop. So the rabbit hopped over to the mitten and then the rabbit hopped in, the rabbit hopped in. Hi-ho, it's cold outside, the rabbit hopped in. Well, another animal saw the rabbit hopped into this mitten and thought that was a good idea. And you'll never believe who it was. It was an animal that went snuffle, 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 snuffle. It has eyes and is covered with prickly tines all over. It's a hedgehog. You've got it right. And so the hedgehog snuffled in. The hedgehog snuffled in. Hi-ho, it's cold outside. The hedgehog snuffled in. It was starting to get a little crowded in Nicky's mitten. But you know what? An animal way up high in the sky saw that hedgehog get into this mitten, and the owl thought, whoo, after flying around all night, that mitten looks nice and warm. So the owl's going to swoop into the mitten like that. Swoop. So here we go. The owl swoops in. The owl swoops in. Hi-ho, it's cold outside. The owl swoops in. I didn't think the owl was going to fit in there, but it did. Well, you'll never guess which animal watched that owl fly into the mitten. Mm-hmm. Yes, this is kind of a tricky animal. Some kids say it's a skunk, but it's not. It's a badger. That's kind of a fun word to say, badger. And our badger's going to climb in, so we're going to pretend to climb like that. So the badger climbs in, the badger climbs in. Hi-ho, it's cold outside, the badger climbs in. Do you think the badger's going to fit? Let's see. Oh, the badger fit. So, sure enough, this clever, sly animal wanted to be where that badger was. Yeah, it's a fox. And our fox trots. So I thought maybe we could take our 2 fingers and just move them back and forth like this for the fox trotting in. So we're going to go, the fox trots in, the fox trots in. Hi-ho, it's cold outside, the fox trots in. Do you think the fox is going to fit in our mitten? Oh, it fit. I can hardly believe it. Oh my goodness. So there was an animal watching the fox get in. It was big. It was brown. It was a bear. And the bear was big. And the bear was cold. And the bear walked strongly but steadily towards that mitten that bear wanted in. And so the bear lumbered. Can you try to lumber? We're going to sing. The bear lumbers in. The bear lumbers in. Hi-ho, it's cold outside, the bear lumbers in. You guys, do you really think the bear is going to fit in this white mitten? Let's see. Oh, with a lot of, hey, you're stepping on me. Oh, the bear made it into the mitten. I think we're done. Are we done? Wait. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Oh, no, we are not done because squeak, 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 squeak. A mouse. And the mouse saw that bear climb in or lumber into that mitten, and the mouse wanted in too. So the mouse wriggled in. Can you wriggle? The mouse wriggled in. The mouse wriggled in. Hi-ho, it's cold outside. The mouse wriggled in. Oh, hey, there's no room in here. Squeak. Oh, the mouse made it in. It was a tight fit. Oh, I think I hear them all starting to go to sleep. Hey. I think the mouse is tickling my nose in the bear. Achoo! The bear sneezed and blew all the animals out of Nicky's mitten. And sure enough, here comes Nicky going back home. And he goes, hey, there's my white mitten. And he picked it up and went home to Grandma. And that's the end of The Mitten by Jim Brett, Miss Mary's version. Okay, I'm going to pick up all these animals that just blew out across the room. And I can't wait to share with you what we're going to do next. We are going to do the winter pokey next. So what part of your body do you wear mittens on? That's right, we wear mittens on our hands. So we're going to do the winter pokey, and we're going to put our mittens in and take them out, and then we're going to turn around, clap, and jump. So just follow along with me. I know you'll pick it up in no time. We put our mittens in, we take our mittens out, we put our mittens in and we shake them all about. We do the winter pokey and we turn ourselves around. That's what it's all about. All right, so when we wear a hat to keep ourselves warm, what part of our body do we wear a hat on? Do we wear a hat on our elbow? No. Do we wear a hat on our nose? No. We wear a hat on our head. So we're going to put our hats in. Here we go. We put our hats in. We take our hats out. We put our hats in and we shake them all about. We do the winter pokey and we turn ourselves around. That's what it's all about. Okay. Well, what part of our body do we put coats on? Yep, we put them on our arms and we zip them up and they wrap our torsos around. So we're just going to put our coats in and take them out. So here we go. We put our coats in, we take our coats out, we put our coats in, and we shake them all about. We do the winter pokey and we turn ourselves around. That's what it's all about. Okay, so what do we wear on our feet to keep them warm, especially in the winter? Shoes or boots? Yeah, we wear shoes and boots. So pick a foot, and we're gonna pretend they're boots. Okay, kind of like the boots I'm wearing today. So we put our boots in, we take our boots out, we put our boots in, and we shake it all about. We do the winter pokey and we turn ourselves around. That's what it's all about. Woo! Yay, we did the winter pokey. Okay, I think next we are going to read another story. I know it's not a winter story, but the Little Blue Truck is one of my favorites. Horn went beep, engine purred. Friendliest sounds you ever heard. Little Blue Truck came down the road. Beep, said Blue to a big green toad. Toad's a croak and winked an eye when Little Blue Truck went rolling by. Sheep said, bah. Cow said, mmm. Oink, said a piggy. Beep, said Blue. Cluck, said a chicken. And her chick said, beep. Meh, said a goat. Blue said, beep. Neigh, said a horse. Quack, said a duck. Beep, said the friendly Little Blue Truck. Honk, yelled a dump truck. Coming through. I've big important things to do. I haven't got time to pass the day with every duck along the way. Vroom went the dump around a curve. He saw a puddle and he tried to swerve into the mud. Rolled the big fat truck and his big important wheels got stuck. His heavy-duty dump truck tires were sunk down deep in muck and mire. Honk, cried the dump, and he sounded scared, but nobody heard, or nobody cared. He was kind of rude earlier. Then, into the mud, boom, 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 came the Little Blue truck to help the dump. Little Blue pushed with all his might. Now Blue and the dump were both stuck tight. What do you think's going to happen next? Help! 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 Cried the Little Blue Truck. Beep, beep, beep. I'm stuck! I'm stuck! Well, everybody heard that. Beep, beep, beep. The cow came running with the pig and the sheep. Up at a gallop run the brown horse. Goat jumped over the fence, of course. Then hen came flapping with the chick and the duck, and everybody pushed the Little Blue Truck. Head to head and rump to rump, they all pushed Blue, who pushed the dump. Oh, they couldn't quite budge that heavy load. Then who hopped up but the big green toad? All together. 1, 2, 3. One last push, and the trucks were free. Thanks, little brother, said the dump to Blue. You helped me, and they helped you. Now I see a lot depends on a helping hand from a few good friends. Yep, he's right. Beep, said Blue. Who wants a ride? Everybody scrambled to jump inside. Oink, quack, back. Yay! that's the end of The Little Blue Truck by Alice Shirtle and illustrated by Jill McElmurray. And let me see who published it. Ooh, Sandpiper, Houghton Mifflin, Harcourt, Boston, New York. The end. It was so cold when I got up to come to the library this morning that I thought about white, wonderful snow. But it's not snowing. It's just really cold. But it made me want to do snowflake, snowflake, turn around. So big kids, make sure you've got some room. Here we go. We're going to do it twice. Snowflake, snowflake, turn around. So pretend you're a snowflake and turn around. Yeah. Now, snowflake, snowflake, touch the ground. Bend over and touch the ground. And then come back up. Snowflake, snowflake, round and white. So let's go round and white. And then cup your hands together like you're making a ball. And we're going to go snowflake, snowflake, snowball fight! Yeah! Okay, we're going to do it one more time. Here we go. Snowflake, snowflake, turn around. Snowflake, snowflake, touch the ground. Snowflake, snowflake, round and white. Snowflake, snowflake, snowball fight! Yeah! Good. All right, we're going to do one last story today. It is Polar Bear in the Snow. Let me grab it. Oh, a polar bear in the snow, because I've got snow on the brain today, by Mac Barnett and art by Sean Harris. And the art in this is spectacular. This book is published by Candlewick Press. There is a polar bear in the snow. Can you see it? I can't see it. All I can see is snow. How do we know there's a polar bear there? Still asleep, he lifts his nose to sniff the air. Oh, now I can see the black polar bear nose. And he awakened. Look, now we can see the polar bear's black eyes. There is a polar bear in the snow. Where is he going? Can you see him down there? Where do you think the polar bear is going? Is he going to visit the seals? No, he is not hungry. Is he going to hunker in a cave? Maybe, let's see. No, his fur protects him in the snow. Is he going to meet a man? No! Yeah, I really don't think the polar bear wants to meet a man today. There is a polar bear in the snow. Where is he going? Oh! Have you figured it out? Can you see it? All of a sudden, there's a lot of blue. He is going to the sea. He jumped into that cold seawater. Polar bears are good swimmers, I've read. He wants to play. Look at all those loop-de-loops that the polar bear can do in the water. That's amazing. Look, the sun is shining down, the light's coming through the water, and it's beautiful. And when he is done playing, and he climbs back onto the snow, where will he go then? Who knows? I can't see the polar bear anymore, can you? Now I just see his paw prints in the snow. And that's the end of a polar bear in the snow. I've had so much fun with you today. Let's rub our hands together. Maybe that got cold during that last story. And we're going to do our bread and butter goodbye. It's just like bread and butter hello, except with goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as softly as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as quickly as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as slowly as we can. Bread